become a lot clearer. Yeah, I don't even want to get into all of the depth of speculating, because there are some situations where you could have a split between two teams, but one team gets more points on the loss. Okay, it looks like we are underway, so I'm going to stop right there and let the teams talk it out themselves.
What are you expecting to see? How do you think this map will play out?
This is a 5CP map. We've had a couple of them so far. We know that the Teabaggers are pretty solid on 5CP maps. They won against Tool in the first week on Foundry. And this is a newer map. It's an official map, but it's a newer map. It's been a lot of folks have enjoyed it, been playing a lot. Goat Thieves also, they went and they won one of their matches against Tool. And Tool, of course, they had a rough go right at the beginning, but almost a bit of a fairy tale. They're in second place right now. A little bit of a server, or excuse me, a computer glitch there. So I don't know what to expect. These teams, I think, have similar play styles. Right now, though, CTB doing a great job of staying alive, and that has been one of their specialties throughout the entire Cup, is keeping alive. Briefly there with an 8-on-1 man advantage. Their ability to avoid dying, watch for that spy right there. Oh, good turn by the Reaper taking out Video. Their ability throughout this Cup to keep their players alive, even in the middle of giant battles on points, has been nothing but mind-boggling. And they use it to do these quick pushes. There's the second cap. Another spy in there chasing after the medic. And he's escaping with the Dead Ringer. But already we see a push going towards the final point, and it's only been 90 seconds of play. That was a bit of a feint, but they are keeping gTa penned back on the final.
Yeah, this map seems like it will play a lot differently, being with these enclosed rooms. It keeps long jumps from traversing big portions of the map.
It is different from any of the outdoor maps like that, but it is actually a good deal like Foundry, and it has a large indoor arena for its final point. It has outdoor first points. It's the second points that are the biggest difference, having kind of the combo indoor-outdoor. And we see a crits demo coming in here. That's Mateo with Lonely Tentacle. They're on the final point. That is a fast capping point. However, there are defenders there to keep them off of it. Looks like Checkmate getting it done with the Uber Saw inbound with his Kukri. Oh, there's also a spy in there in the mix on final. He's waiting for the moment. Oh, he just ran into something. He's been seen. Lynn got the spot there on Faulty Fuse, who's trying to retreat out. He's going to successfully escape. Briefly was on there as a spy. See right now, CTB probing, sending in people to try and find the weaknesses, see how much attention's being paid to the point. See, Faulty Fuse takes out Video in a spy battle there with his revolver. However, Video, with the dead ring, pops right back in. And you know, of course, he's calling right where Faulty Fuse was. And you see him hit straight for point to make sure there's nobody jumping on there while they're not looking. Oh, and Seventhorn with the Uber Saw takes out Faulty Fuse. Oh, and look at that! Checkmate gets fragged, loses an Uber to a sticky bomb. That's going to hurt. However, we do see... Ooh, briefly, a crits was being deployed there. However, it seems to have gone away. And it sounds like Mateo's got a crits ready. It is. It's deployed. This time it's coming in on Sparky. But we see a back cap action going on. gTa trying to take back their 2. And there's a nice little flank move by Maple Man, wiping out the crits heavy from the side, forcing the medic to retreat as inbound shoots down the soldier.
Our last control point is being captured.
Demo in there. There's a lot of melee activity going in on final. gTa pulling out all the stops to defend that point, which is, of course, exactly the right thing to do.
Checkmate's very effective with that Uber Saw.
Yes, he is. Checkmate's effective with it, and we also saw, look at this, that back cap is going on. I don't know if anybody's out there to stop it. There's the whole team showed up to eventually block that. They're going to have to be careful if they want this big push to succeed. A little side flank route could be dangerous to them. Both heavies go down. And a spy gets a good stab. Video takes out Coyote. Nice work by Video there to get in behind and finish what his heavy started. Oh, crit from Reaper takes out Check. However, the Uber from the other medic pushes it in there. 7 Thorns the other medic, and we see another push on final. Once again, Lonely Tentacle over and over on the point by himself. There's only one defender. It's Shampoo. He's an injured soldier. However, he's got some reinforcements now coming out of spawn. There was very briefly there, just a tiny window where there could have been a cap. Hard to move in that quickly, of course, but here it comes again. Demo leading the way. He's just going to stand on it and make other people dance on and off. The number of players on there, all it takes is one for a split second right now. Here comes a bigger push. It looks like the offense might have more combat classes. An engineer and 2 medics defending against a heavy combo with a soldier. That's going to be a capture by CTB.
About 5.5 minutes to get that first one in.
That is a good defense by gTA on the final there, holding on as long as they did after losing the first in 90 seconds. That was a very good job. It's hard to push back out. They almost did. But CTB keeping up the pressure and just an unrelenting wave of attack classes, they made it happen. That, of course, is exactly what CTB wants. They need to get out and make sure they win both of these rounds so that they can get to the final. gTA has the opportunity to play a spoiler and control the fate of the team they face, as well as some other teams, potentially. I see CTB taking some high ground there, but having to retreat off of it. A heavy, actually, ending up on the high for gTA. And gTA has actually taken much of the high ground on the side there, no small part thanks to their heavy, Lin, who, however, has just been gunned down by Zuki. See the explosives classes being used to great effect here. CTB comes out on top in the body count again. So good at that. They lost, it looked like, only 2 players in most of that scrum versus about 5 on the other team. There's the first cap, and the attack squad is already on the next point. They take out the sentry gun Lemon's had up guarding it. And now there's significant pressure, and they're going to try and do the exact same thing again. It looks like Lemons has a teleporter up on that roof that's allowing him to get there. They're having none of that, and he is torn apart by combined fire of 4 or 5 members of Carpe's Teabaggers. Nice shot by Inbound, knocks out Zuki as she tries to go through the side door. He's holding that gate by himself for a moment there, making sure his flank is protected for his team. Inbound sniping has been very impressive throughout the Cup. Calling his name a lot. I know he's led the team several times. We see him take out Lonely Tentacle there as Tentacle moved in to threaten on final again. He's certainly made people stand up and take notice of his efforts. Ooh, and we see the Spy once again scouting around. Faulty Fuse taking note of where things are. However, he returns to the other side, takes out the enemy heavy Lin. Looks like there's it's a pretty strong effort to take back the 2-point by gTA. They're probably going to get that unless... oh, nice. Oh, that was very close. It's a nice use of a sticky to try and knock Zuki off the side. However, she manages to stay up there, and they defend the point. Only 1 up on gTA, 8 on CTB. This is their opportunity. They need to go take that right now if they're going to. It's a medic who has a gun. It looks like the heavy is just spawning in. There's the heavy. That's going to do another point. A little bit faster that time. Those focused moves that CTB does, staying alive, pushing as a team, pushing as a big fist together, very effective.
Talking about Inbound a minute ago, that's one of the nice things about the Cup. It's really a good opportunity to showcase the outstanding talent of some of our members here.
It sure is, and speaking of, I'm going to roll out with Inbound and his colleagues on gTA. Let's see how they get to center this time. He's immediately taking up position on his right flank, firing around the edges of the rock. So try and take picks probably on the high players. Those are the ones he can see safely over the rock while being defended from fire. The medic knows where we're at. We see a Swedish Murder Machine there, giving some love to his sniper. CTB taking the center. Swedish Murder and Inbound move back. We see Video is on Scout now. No more Spy over on gTA. Let's see, 7th Thorn. He does have a level 2 up, it's getting sapped. 7th Thorn has switched off medic and has gone to demo. Swedish Murder has taken over on the medic spot, number 2, and has an Uber ready. I'm not sure what type of Uber his is. Looks like it's a crit. It's being deployed currently on Lynn. And to great effect. Combined with shots from inbound, as well as some scout action by video, they defend successfully their second point. And that's an important benchmark for them. That's the first time they've successfully held off and wiped out CTB on that second push. They pulled back and kept a few more people alive than they had previously, and now they are in the driver's seat in the middle. Good move by gTa, good adaptation. Excuse me. They took a little lesson from the folks who were fighting against them. They said, let's stay alive, let's move as a group. That's what they're doing, and now they are pushing on CTB's 2 point.
Checkmate has her crits ready.
That is one interesting note, is that it's all critses. Haven't seen any regular Ubers, I don't believe. At least not in this current match. gTa running two critses. Looks like Swedish is also running the Vitasaw, keeping his Uber alive. However, Checkmate unable to stay alive as he gets gunned down by Larry. CTB now pushing back towards the middle. The remaining defender, Shampoo, has to push off, and we see Lemons comes in just before his teleporter gets fragged, and he is taken out of the air. However, his dispenser is still up in middle, which will be valuable to them. There is somebody behind the lines. I don't know who, but I saw a little bit of a capture starting on that 4 point.
I think that was 7th Thorn, and I think they just took him out.
Very good. That makes sense. As a demo jumper, he could get back there. Oh, we see the Teabaggers going through the flank building here, trying something a little bit different after getting pushed back in that main choke point.
Lemons has switched to the mini sentry now.
He is nasty with the... Oh, look at that crits flank! Look at that crits flank! Lynn and SMM come around the corner and wipe out the combo, as well as taking out Reaper. That flank building is available to do some pretty wicked moves for a team that has the placement right. Inbound shoots Sparky out of the sky. Looks like we might have the 4th change of hands of the round, or of the point of that center. If gTa can push in, they now have the man advantage, just evening up here as a spawn wave pops for CTB. And yes, indeed, gTa is going to take the center again, unless something changes rapidly. There they get it, and they have a scout on the next point, I believe. However, there's a big pushback, and their forward attacker has been eliminated. Looks like that was... Excuse me, I can't get my cursor on him. That might have been Reaper defending the back point. Reaper or Sparky. It was Reaper. And there's that mini Lemon setup now, actually in an offensive position. However, it can't hit the point, and so the point is being captured behind it. Those medics need to be careful, however, because a mini sentry can cut down a medic fairly quickly. Mini now taking some long-range demo action, but firing on the medics. The heavy has found it. He has got a scout helping it too. It goes down at last. We see Video as a scout in the backfield running around causing some problems. Vaccinator from Mateo now. Defending against bullets, taking a lot of fire from explosives. They retreat. It's going to be, they're fighting combo versus combo, or demo combo versus a heavy combo, I should say. And there's, oh, Checkmate gets shot off the back by one of Kilgore Trout's crit stickies.
Fuse is running, oh, there he got him.
Yeah,
Fuse is
taking up
stalking
the
that backfield.
Haven't called Fuse's name in a little while. He's been biding his time or occupied with other things, and the team can forget there's a spy there, believe it or not, if one doesn't do something often enough, and so that can work to the benefit of the spy to just be quiet for a moment or two, and we see there's the 4 cap. CTB takes point 4, and they're going to try and get back some of that mojo they had those first 2 captures. However, they're getting flanked. There's a Video, again, as the scout behind. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Fuse is just being very patient.
There we see he takes out the sniper.
Our control point is being captured.
And a crits from Swedish and Lin. Comes out the door, gets a kill on Trout, but then is taken out by the Reaper. See, the mini sentry from Lemons is on the final point now. Inbound comes back out and cuts down the heavy. And we see a CP getting captain back. That's Video as scout. Dance in the backfield. If they can block him, they have somebody near the final. Looks like the Tentacle might have gone down. Tentacle would have been on final. Maple and Swedish taken down. See another medic combo inside the building getting ready to advance. Oh! Lin gets crits, takes out medic Coyote, and however gets shot by Larry, who is now on sniper. Both of these teams have players who are changing classes rapidly, adapting to the situation as it changes. Good play. Hard to announce, but good play, that's for sure. Nice shot on Trout by Inbound. There's the spy, gets the icicle on the med. Oh, and Fuse has taken out Murder Machine and Lin, wipes the combo. It's now mostly support classes, only one heavy combat class up for gTA. They're down to 4 people versus 9. They just got a respawn wave. That's good timing for them. They're going to need those folks out there promptly. Oh, and there's a sap on the Spencer and back. That pulls part of the team away.
Yeah, again, he's just hanging out in the back, waiting for the right moment to move in. Coming up 3 minutes.
Ooh, there's another stab. Yep. He's taking one stab and disappearing, taking a stab and disappearing. Here comes a regular Uber onto the point. Oh, the good timing by Seventh Thorn, jumping on Spy and taking out Zuki.
Alert. The control point is being contested. Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Shampoo on point 2. A little bit of soldier battle. CTB has no problem pushing them all.
CTB doing a fairly good job. They, after that scare where they were losing 3 and almost 4, they have reestablished their control of the battlefield. They have a little under 2 minutes left. They know they don't have to get this. They'd like to, I'm sure, but they don't have to. So they will certainly play defensively rather than risk everything and lose out at the last second. Though with a two cap out advantage, I don't think they're probably in any danger in the first half here. That's a good stab. Seventh Thorn takes out Mateo and drops his Uber at the same time. Nicely done by Seventh Thorn.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Hughes saps the dispenser, but we see a lot of GTAs have gotten out onto that 2-point. 7 has a spy, almost in there. Oh, he sees a medic. Medic finally noticed him. Coyote pulls out at the last second and manages not to get stabbed. The spy. Oh, as I say, the spy escaped. He does. He is dead wrong. Briefly gunned down by Larry. But he's still alive back there. Gun has gone down. You see the heavy is down, the engineer is down. Actually, heavy is back up again. Excuse me, when is up? Saw the corpse, made the assumption. Seventh Thorn takes out another medic. Seventh Thorn on Spy is utterly brutal over there. He's doing a very good job. Part of this may be the surprise because he wasn't a spy earlier, but one way or another he knows what he's doing. We see very nearly an Uber ready from checkmate. He pops it just as Swedish gets taken out. And there's a cap back of the number 2/4 point by gTA with 13 seconds remaining. They're not going to push it all the way through, but they're going to like ending with that control a lot more than ending with nothing. There we go. CTB takes the first half of the first match. They're halfway to their goal of getting both these wins tonight. Try and put themselves
everybody.
in the fight.
We're going to take a 5-minute halftime here. 5-minute halftime. Swap colors. We'll do it again.
So that first half play like you were expecting, Al?
It was pretty interesting, yeah. I loved what I was seeing on both teams eventually, in different parts. CTB, as I've said many times, and I keep repeating myself like a broken record, but CTB doing so well most of the time at staying alive and moving as a group. And even in what seemed to be very evenly matched battles, when the battle ends, you suddenly find that you're looking at almost the entire Teabagger team still alive versus very few of their opponents. That was great. Over on gTA, obviously the round didn't go quite the way they would have liked, but we saw just a great job of changing and adapting their tactics to account for what was happening. 2 relatively quick captures in the first half, but then this entire second half of 11 and a half minutes, nothing. There was nothing doing. They weren't even, I don't believe, close to losing the final in the latter portion of that first half. So gTA was fighting back hard, and they were changing on the fly and finding what worked, and that's really important for them. If they're able to keep that kind of that mojo going, if they can keep up, take what they learned in the first half and apply it here, they could make the second half a really close fight, and they have it in them to win it. So CTB can't sit back and relax just because they have a good record and they're so close to their goal. This is going to be interesting. How about yourself? Did you have any observations? I know as the admin, official admin, you have to be careful what you say, but did you have any observations, things you particularly liked or didn't like what you saw in that first half?
I liked how gTA seemed to... The further in they got, the better they seemed to play.
Yeah, really melding as a team, finding the roles everybody needs. Very valuable. So look at the scores from the first half there. We see Reaper, Tentacle, and Zuki on top on CTB. We got Maple Man in Soldier role, Checkmate as a medic, and Lynn on top over on gTA. Everybody changing classes as often as they did. Half the classes you're seeing there on the scoreboard are not the classes that were played for the entire time throughout, but they were at least part of what we saw. We saw even medics were changing around during the match. Spies certainly changed around. Scouts were changing. Sniper was either not present or changed on Teabaggers. Demo changed around at least once, so everything coming into play. At the moment, taking a peek at the board, we see Lemons as a pyro as opposed to an engineer. Don't know if he'll hold on to that into the second. He might. He might just be messing around during halftime.
All right, we'll give it a second here to try out and make it back. Roger that. Trout subbing out.
Okay, we see P-Hats is coming in.
Alright, captains, and there are no questions. We can go ready up and get snapping.
Alright, I know we followed gTA out with one of their breakouts last time around. Let's do the same with the Teabaggers on the beginning of the second half here.
What do you think GTA needs to change to swing this back in their favor second half?
They need to play like they were playing the latter portion of the first half. Staying alive and, you know, just counter-push. Basically giving CTB a taste of their own medicine. Back up a little bit when things aren't going their way, get the team together, and then push as a large group. Don't jump in by themselves, one at a time, and from all over the place where you can be picked off one at a time. Move in as a big group, support each other, watch each other's backs. And that was a big thing we saw CTB doing. When somebody was behind them, you didn't just see one person chase, you saw the entire front line would, if they were secure, they would turn and defend one person behind them to make sure that they didn't lose any members. So I think gTA doing a similar thing is going to really throw a wrench in the works for CTB, who really rely on kind of whittling people down before moving. When we saw gTA started doing a little bit more of that in the second half last time, then suddenly they weren't losing ground and CTB wasn't able to advance.
So Lemons is running as the Pyro.
Yes, he is, and we see gTA stayed approximately even in manpower on that one, and it's nobody really comfortably on the point right now. See, oh, that spy just took out Lynn. That's faulty fuse out of the spy, knocks Lynn. So now CTB is able to exert dominance in the center. They're going to take the middle point. Not easily. That's actually, at this time in the first half, they were already in the final building and attacking the last point. They're just barely getting in the middle at this point. So gTA has learned and is working on pushing CTB back a little more effectively, and we see they actually have a few more people at the moment.
CTB's trying to make use of that flank building because inbound is just working them through that long sight line.
Lynn rounds the corner there and holds off that flank building, eventually getting Sparky. Sparky was kept alive for a long time by his medic, but couldn't quite hold it around the solid. Oh, and we see Tentacle Sticky come in and knock Swedish off the back of Lynn. Lynn immediately goes down for the same thing. The flank got a little ambitious, just two people pushing out into an open field. Nice shot.
Lemon's running with the back burner even.
Well, I'm not in the game, so I'm not one to question. I play a lot of Pyro, and that is not my flamethrower of choice, but for competition, it's a little different than what you do in pubs.
I'm the opposite. I love that back burner. It can be such an advantage if you can sneak around behind people.
Yeah, it's that if that is the thing that always gets me on it. It's a big if, and it's pretty hard to sneak on a server or in a match like this and on a map like this. But yeah, if you can, it'll take somebody down very fast. See crits coming in. Mateo, crits and Sparky, and then crits and Zuki. And they walk on to the next point here. They see the spy. Spy is dead wrong, but is not going to be able to defend like that. However, Lemons gets up there, does some damage, and some long-range fire. Zuki needing a lot of heals right there. There's the Spy again. Spy gets a kill. Ooh, somebody was already on file. Tentacle, go figure. Tentacle is very aggressive. I don't know if it's he's yet actually captured the final, but he is on the final constantly and making gTA watch their backs at times when they would like to be thinking about pushing. Here we see CTB just building numbers. They're not being excessively aggressive here. They're waiting. Ooh. but they waited a little bit too long, and gTA got their numbers there first. Oh, look at that. gTA up 9 on 3. 9 on 2 now. And that's going to be a big push opportunity for gTA. Find the spy. They even light up the dead ring to keep him from escaping fully. Then he goes down. Video chases him down on the dead ring, and look at that big gTA push with the crits and everything coming right out through the center gates. Don't see that a whole lot. Whole team rolls right out the center gate. They're going to take the middle easily. Medic gets isolated.
GTA's continued that momentum they started building at the end of the first half.
Yes, they have. They're turning things around. And now it's CTB that's going in piecemeal and getting killed by a solid central core of gTA.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Carpe, of course, is not here tonight. It's, I believe, Matteo very likely at the helm. He is the lieutenant of the team. CGTA now moving a crits combo in towards point number 4.
Likewise for GTA, KK is on vacation today and so checking with them. Two attempts, basically.
If I remember correctly, Soup Nazi will also not be available for Tool this week, so we might be looking at least 3 teams that are having to play this most critical week without their captains present. CTB digging in at last and managing to hold their number 4, and now starting their counter push towards the middle.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
There's a center cap by CTB. gTA wisely not trying to fight back with one at a time. I'm imagining they are building up together on their 4-point. Looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Here they all are. Maple chasing down Tentacle. Coyote getting a little aggressive as a medic, chasing down a long leash soldier in the open by himself. But both get away separate directions.
Just noticed P-Hat is a pyro, not a class I normally see him play.
P-Hat's, of course, is the one that they came in. He replaced Kilgore Trout. So he's a pyro on both teams now, as opposed to a pyro on neither team, as we had in the first. Sparky got 7 right there. Close range little stick with the spy.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
That's Lawrence pushing on point 4. Scout. All by himself.
Larry's a versatile player. Scout is one of the classes we're more used to seeing him as. Ooh, a nice shot on video by Reaper there as a Scout lit on fire.
Our control point is being captured.
Seems to be a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. Both teams vamping and building up their Ubers, getting their teams together. See that? There is, yep, a big one. And the fact that they were able to turn and locate 7th and get the kill on the spy, that's a big one, because now they're up 9 on 5. And pushing final. Or in general direction of. Zuki making a heroic but futile effort with the GRUs to run onto point. Meets the enemy team running to defend against her. I heard the click of an out of ammo. I think she was out of bullets as a heavy there. Another crits. Lynn coming in crits, but oh, Larry takes down Swedish from behind with his pepper gun, I think that was. That was a valuable flank by Larry to keep the damage to a minimum.
Fuse is hanging out in the backfield again, biding his time behind final point. Moving in on the sniper.
Ooh, the sniper sees him. He's firing back.
Yeah, he decided to try to pick him off with his pistol there instead of going into the stab.
Well, given the Darwin danger shield on his back, I can understand that. But you gotta have a pretty sure shot to hit at range with some of those spy weapons. If you do, they do fantastic damage.
Razorback.
Oh, sorry, yes, the Razorback. I don't play sniper, can you tell? There's a crit. Oh, nice defense by Sparky. Then we see Video is changed up again. He is now on Demo Man. Ooh, Fuse takes out Swedish and nukes an Uber, gives his life to do so. Completely worth it if you're a spy.
Yeah, he's hanging out on that upper level there behind final point, kind of in that control room area.
Nice spot to be if you're a spy as well. Not a whole lot of activity. Nobody comes out of spawns up there. There's very little reason for anybody to be up there except perhaps. And there's a cat. Is that a cat? Is that going to be a cat? Oh, so close. Chet gets in there and does a melee kill. Oh, look at that! They walked away and let Coyote run on. They had that successfully defended. There's a solo medic. Good initiative by Coyote, seeing that that tiny little opening and running for it. We saw something similar happen in the finals last year, as I recall, when it wasn't a matter of there being nobody to defend, but they stepped off the point for a split second, and somebody was able to sneak in and jump on the point.
Much different second half so far.
Yeah, that was about 11 minutes to get that capture, and it certainly was not a one-sided affair. That was both teams pushing well and pushing hard against each other, very organized. In fact, gTA looked better for much of that match than CTB did. CTB was able to rally. It looks like there was kind of that minute or so period where neither team did a whole lot, where they took a breath, as it were. They talked it over. They said, okay, let's get our form back. And then suddenly it was something like we saw in the beginning of the first half, where they just formed a fist and went in. But yeah, that was some serious play. So let's see what we get as the match continues. You see, medic goes down. gTA loses checkmate. Their second medic, Swedish, does manage to escape. And you see Coyote goes down on the other team. Lemons takes him out. But in the meantime, Teabagger's able to capture the number 4 point. Not sure if they're going to be able to hold that. It's a bit of a back and forth still. Ooh. Ouch on the fall there. The explosive generated fall taken out Video. Looks like CTB is definitely going to take it. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of ping spike for certain individuals. Something going on the internet. People spiking high. I'm told my mic is also causing problems. Looks like enough of the players are having a major issue.
Alert! The control point is being captured. Time has been added. Alert! Our last control point is being captured.
Teabagger's working through the lag. Manage a cap. The number 3, and they're working on the 4. There's the 4. Don't know how much of what I'm saying you can hear. But, yeah. Anyway, large ping problems. Both teams affected, though it looks like gTA affected more.
Just about half the players dropped out of TeamSpeak, including me.
And we see it looks like the pings are starting to drop back to normal, coming out of the 4 and 500s. They're down into the 100s and descending. So whatever was going on with net interference there, it did affect both teams. It just got affected gTA a little harder. That is infuriating as a player, because there's absolutely nothing you can do to control the vagaries of the networks.
Well, very, very interesting when it happened, because it affected the server, which is in Dallas, and the TeamSpeak server, which is in California, at the same time.
Yep. As I say, it was multiple servers, and
Time has been added.
yeah, it's somewhere, some router somewhere, or something in the major backbone probably was being affected there for a moment.
Yeah,
I'm sure if we did a geographical look at where all the people who were affected by their pings lived, we'd find some sort of a connection. But thankfully it wasn't a long one. Sometimes those things last an hour, in that case it lasted just a couple minutes. Also looking at the chat, we see a number of people from our Twitch feed from the other teams who are in their chats also got knocked out.
Time has been added. Alert.
In the meantime,
The control
CTB
point is being
taking the middle
captured.
again. There's 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the second half. CTB currently up 2-0. The second cap coming during that lag event, but the valid cap is in the scope of the cup.
As just pointed out in the chat, we are the number 3 top screen on CFP Outpost right now. So congrats.
Hey, that's good to hear. Glad we've been picking up a couple of followers that we wouldn't normally have. Also, people who may not be familiar with the Ville or what it is we do with our competitive pub-style Ville Cup event. It's always good to show people that there's more than just comp and pub type play. There are communities out there that like to have fun but just don't take things quite as seriously. This is 7 with a nice stab on Sparky. We can become serious without being jerks about it. Ooh, crits versus crits. Lynn and Reaper going at it. Both managed to get out alive.
2:45 left in this one.
Alert. Our control point is being
CTB
captured.
moving in again towards the second point. Oh! Seventhorn dies from the heavy, but causes enough distraction for Inbound to step out and eliminate Zuki, as well as then Lonely Tentacle. Dancing around, getting kills, giving his team a serious advantage for the closing 2 minutes of the match.
Alert. The control point is alert. Our control point is being captured.
Good. We see gTA getting some folks on the middle. That's their Pyro, Professor Lemons, who's on there holding it along with Video and Swedish Murder Machine dancing around providing covering fire. Oh, crits coming in. Sparky with the crits from Mateo takes out both Lynn and Checkmate. gTA gets control of the center.
Control point is being captured.
See CTB fighting, try and take it back.
seconds left here.
Is indeed as CTB takes the 4-point and decides to go for the effort of a final attack. They not quite going to get it there. 10 seconds.
Alert. Our last control point is being captured.
All of them flinging themselves at it just to see what they can do. Oh, very close. Video with a sticky trap that saves them from the last second.
Control point is being captured.
gTA is going to take the second half there. That's actually CTB taking the second half. They did not change their
Good
name.
game, everybody. Good game. Congrats on a great regular season. We'll see you all in finals night.